Teeth, July, SW, BC Realm, Kasim Shabazz. All right, peace. 7. You gotta put your helmets on right now. Wrong Fetty. But yeah, it's getting serious out there. It's getting to that level where look, you gotta know how to activate. You know what I mean? Put your helmets on. Kind of all of the forces of the 10% is kind of mobilized right now. So last thing I seen today that concerns me is the Pfizer Truth Rules piece. The Pfizer vaccine was given the full approval today, which opens the door for them to come with more mandates. So it's a serious time. Whether or not you're gonna go along with it, See, right now this is where the breakdown of family units, right? Right now, like in the everyday, we we deal with the effects of the nuclear family breaking down. Like a lot of times when we're talking about it, we say, the family is broken down. We're talking about nuclear family. Okay. But see, right now, we're in a situation where it's the extended family that, the extended family of people, first of all, to, hold you down. Some people decide they're going to just come and take you up the street and quarantine you, whatever the case may be. Vaccinate you against your will. You got large extended family, it's more difficult for them to do that. Like you see, even in these situations when they go to wars, right, with these, in these places where the family clan is very important, like in Afghanistan. That's one of the reasons why they wasn't able to break it down, because you can drop as many bombs as you want, and the body won't be able to go past 6. Meaning you'll be able to take out a certain amount of bodies, but you're not going to be able to destroy that family bond that they have. You know what I'm saying? Situations where we depend on each other. See, like now we're in a situation where everybody can kind of do their thing, because we a lot of times we talk about white privilege, right? But there's also kind of American privilege. That we live somewhere where people say, yo, fuck the world, and whatever, because the government is going to take care of a certain amount of things. The USDA is going to make sure that you got good food. Yes, what I'm saying, at the supermarket. The police is going to protect you. If you get sick, you don't have to depend on the women in your family and their knowledge, right, to get you back to health. You just go use your card, use your benefit card at the hospital. See what I'm saying? And this is a part of the nothing that we get from the devil. And for that, we exchanging that type of power. We're exchanging the best part that's supposed to be preserved for ourselves to be a part of that, to get a big enough chunk of that nothing. The individualism, the way he eat don't make me shit. I'm not saying that these things are not true, but I'm saying that type of mentality prevailing. That am I my brother's keeper? No, that nigga's on his own. See that type of mentality, now is what come time when people is tested. Because now the government that's been giving you the nothing is turned on you. That's if you're not, if you take the vaccine, that's your mindset, then you don't have an issue with it. See, if all of this time you've been talking about how, I do all this by myself and I stand on my own. Now you're about to see, the fatal flaw in all these, that type of mentality. You're about to see why, like I said, for what I call culture, other people call, trying to control them. Kind of what, you hear in the circles, regular conversations you might have, what they call being on code. See, now we're about to see the signs of, you see, because you wasn't on code, you cost all of us out like that. Dr. Vinci, SW, and the line guy came in. Like I said, it's certain situations where things become so urgent that it's life and death. Luke Cage. Things become so urgent that it's life and death. Like I recall, my physical was in the military. When he came out, he always used to smoke cigarettes funny. Not figuring he always had that he used to be doing. I never saw nobody else smoking cigarettes. So I asked him, why you do that? I teach original Mr. 120, West Coast Wise, reality. I asked him why you do that. And he said because when you in a war situation, right, that out there is so dark that little cigarette flame can be seen, from some astronomical distance away. And that just from you smoking that cigarette, right, the people, the enemy, could detect where you was at. This is a time when you gotta know and understand the power of the people. Like, does anybody know what think we went over this before. Jury nullification. Does anybody know what jury nullification is? Truthful will say, can we say what did promise them in wisdom, understanding, greed, and the knowledge through the dream? You know, well, I would say this in reference to that decree is that, right now it's about what you promised your nation you would do. I promised my nation I would do. You understand what I mean? Because that's the survival, of us in general. See, listen, man, I'm not taking nothing. First of all, I don't even take aspirin. I don't. I don't take no medicine. I don't, and I never, was that way. Tylenol, that's not something you see in my environment. It's just about, now, you activated them. Because see, it's not just about the promise, it's about you doing it. But yeah, we have, this looks like a textbook definition right here from SW. A jury's knowing and deliberate rejection of the evidence or refusal to apply the law, either because the jury wants to send a message about some social issues that is larger than the case itself, or because the result dictated by law is contrary to the jury's sense of justice, morality, and fairness. Atif. So it's like another textbook definition. Jury nullification, jury equity, or a perverse verdict generally occurs when members of a criminal trial jury believe that the defendant is guilty, but choose to acquit the defendant anyway because the jurors considered that the law itself is unjust, that the prosecutor has misapplied the law in the defendant's case, or that the potential punishment for breaking the law is too harsh. So the most popular examples of jury nullification is in the civil rights era. When all those Caucasians from the South, from